Good morning, students. So today we will discuss about salivary glands. So in the salivary glands, we will see first of all the types of salivary gland on the basis of their location. Why I have written here on the basis of location? Because structurally they all will be same and functionally they all will be same, because the major function of the salivary gland is to secrete saliva, and saliva helps in the digestion of the food. So that is why on the basis of location there are three types of salivary gland, that is parotid gland, then submandibular gland and the sublingual gland. Then what is the location of parotid gland? It is beneath the ear. So when you suffer from mumps, you get infection in the parotid gland. Then submandibular gland. The upper jaw is known as maxilla and the lower jaw is known as mandible. Sub, it means below. So the salivary gland present below the lower jaw is known as submandibular gland. Then sublingual gland. The linguistics, language. Okay. So which part of the oral cavity helps you to speak? That is your tongue. So the gland which is found below the tongue is the sublingual gland. Now, here is the location shown of the three types of salivary gland. This is the parotid gland which is present near the ear. This is the sublingual gland which is present below the tongue, and this is the submandibular gland, that is which is below the lower jaw. Next is saliva. So all these three types of salivary gland will have a major function, and their function is to secrete saliva. So saliva is an extracellular fluid which is produced and secreted by the salivary gland in our mouth. The salivary gland which is secreting saliva contains 99.5% of water with some amount of electrolytes, okay, like sodium chloride, mucus, which is a sticky substance which will help in the protection from different types of disease causing factors. It will also have the WBC. You know the function of WBC. Then epithelial cells and the enzyme. And for which enzyme we are studying in this chapter? That is the salivary amylase enzyme. The salivary amylase enzyme is also known as ptyalin enzyme. P-T-Y-L-I-N. Okay, where P is silent, so how you will pronounce it? That is ptyalin, not ptyalin. Okay, so that salivary amylase enzyme will convert the starch into maltose. Starch is a polysaccharide and maltose is a disaccharide. So your activity for today is you have to chew a piece of bread in your mouth for 5 to 10 minutes. Only the piece of bread. And what would be your experience after that? Your experience will be that it will appear sweeter in taste, which proves that the starch is being digested into maltose. Okay. Then it also has antimicrobial agents such as the IgA. IgA stands for immunoglobulin A, and this immunoglobulin A provides the mucosal immunity. Mucosa is the layer which is covering the inner lining of the intestinal tract. Okay, so immunity over there is provided by IgA, immunoglobulin A. And lysozyme. Lysozyme acts as a scissors which will cut the cell wall or the cell membrane of the microorganisms. So this lysosome is found in the saliva. It is also found in the tear. Okay, so this is how it will provide immunity. So these are the agents or the components of saliva. Now we have to see the function of saliva. The purpose of saliva is to keep the mouth moist. So always your mouth is moistened with the help of the secretion of saliva. So which will maintain the thirst and the water balance of the body. It also helps in swallowing. So it is helping swallowing. It will make the food particles moist and the food will be converted into the form of bolus. Bolus is the rounded shaped structure of the food which is formed after the cutting, chopping, mixing of the food with the saliva. So as the food turns into a form of bolus, that is a rounded structure, it will be easily passing through the esophagus of our digestive tract. It also helps in speaking. Okay. Then it keeps the mouth and teeth clean. It has the antimicrobial action we have seen because of the components present in the saliva. It will kill the microorganisms present in the intake of food. Then it has the digestive function, just now we have seen, and bicarbonate acts as a buffer in the saliva. So this is all for the today. Now your homework is to write down the 3 types of salivary gland with their location. Okay. Then what are the components present in saliva, and write down the functions of